We're going to show you right now some pictures of Clarence House. This is Clarence House is where President Trump, the First Lady, and I think we're going to be getting those pictures in. And when we see them, we will show them to you. There you are, the magic of television. The President and First Lady Melania Trump meeting with Prince Charles and Camilla, meeting at Clarence House. I still have no confirmation, my friends, of exactly what was on the floor that the Prince had to pick up. I will get that for you. I know that is a burning question in your minds. Meeting there, and they're doing a quick photo op before they head into the very proper formal tea that they will be sitting down for, the President with the future king. So, the President is getting the royal treatment, of course. Right now, he's meeting there and joining the President during the state visit, which has been a long time coming, 2 years in the making, are his family. And all the finishing touches are being made after, right now, for tonight's main event, which is a state banquet at Buckingham Palace. Joining the President, as I just mentioned, on the state visit are all of his adult children, making this truly an extraordinary family affair. CNN's White House reporter Kate Bennett is standing by at Buckingham Palace. And Kate, you've been doing some great reporting on just kind of the pressure that First Lady Melania Trump has felt ahead of this 2 years in the making visit and everything that we're seeing play out.
Right, and she met the Queen last summer with the President. They had tea at Windsor, but that's nothing like a state banquet at Buckingham Palace. She's been planning, she's been attending protocol meetings with her staff to make sure she gets everything right. You know, when you're involved with the royal family and all the pomp and circumstance and titles and orders of things, this is something that Melania Trump pays very close attention to, even if her husband might not. And certainly the Queen of England has met First Ladies, going back to Jackie Kennedy. And notoriously, First Ladies get a little nervous around the Queen. Michelle Obama, of course, tells the story about putting her arm around her, which is sort of a protocol faux pas. She says they were just commiserating about wearing high heels all day. But Betty Ford found herself calling her her Highness instead of Her Majesty. Barbara Bush was worried because she had asked the Queen a question and she wasn't sure if you're supposed to ask the Queen a question. These are certainly moments for First Ladies whose job already is sort of so nebulous. There is no defined job description for the United States First Lady. There is nothing definitive she's supposed to do. There's no salary. There's it's very what each one makes of it. For these moments, Melania Trump becomes very by the book. She becomes she brushes up on her facts. She makes sure the gifts that are given are very sentimental and have purpose. I'm telling you, this outfit she's wearing today, she's been planning for a long time. That's a custom dress and a custom hat. And I'm sure whatever we see her in tonight at the banquet will also be pretty special. These are things she thinks about a couple months in advance at least.
Oh, absolutely. Great to see you, Kate. Great reporting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For much more on this, royal commentator Victoria Arbiter is here with me, and CNN contributor and author Sally Bedell-Smith. It's great to have you both here. Victoria, let's talk about the tea that's happening right now. I mean, what is happening? I was having some fun with Max Foster a little earlier about it because I know I would completely mess this up. Thank goodness I am not in that room, even though I would pay a lot of money to be in that room. What is happening inside Clarence House when the President is sitting down with the Prince of Wales? I mean, he sat down with the Queen for tea. Is protocol different when you're sitting down with the heir to the throne?
It really isn't any different. And I think the protocol, there's so much has been made of protocol, and really it's there just to offer guidelines. It's there to sort of tell people, to give people an idea of what to expect. But if something goes wrong, it's not going to be a big issue. And I think it's quite interesting because last year on this working visit to the UK, Trump was much maligned for supposedly breaking protocol because he didn't bow to the Queen. Well, foreign heads of state don't bow to each other. It was also suggested he kept the Queen waiting. He didn't. So I think in this
instance, she was early or something.
She was early. I mean, I think the fact that she glanced at her watch made everyone think, oh, he's late, he's messed up again. He didn't. She was in the right place. He was on time. In situations like today, I think we can see that Donald Trump clearly wants to do very well by the royal family. It's really the only instance in which I've seen him ever be deferential. He's had public disputes with the London mayor. He's had public disputes with Theresa May. But as as far as the Queen goes, and now by extension Prince Charles, he seems to be doing reasonably well. Now, there's still time. Of course, we've got the state banquet this evening, but anything can go wrong for anybody. When Obama attended his state banquet, he started speaking right as the national anthem started playing.
That was super awkward to watch play out when I saw that video again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, everybody is human. Mistakes are okay. But I think really what would be most interesting behind closed doors is not whether or not he's stirring his tea in the correct fashion.